Hello, all. Good evening. Welcome to today's index analysis. So, let's get started. So, let's start the analysis from the EOD data of Friday. So, as I mentioned in the thumbnail, also that Friday's end of the day data was already bullish. So, let me explain what I mean when I say it was bullish. So, when you look at any platform and look at the options data and futures data of big players, you find out that this is as on Friday. So as of Friday, I'm seeing this on Sensible. You can see it on any platform. I'll also share a couple of platforms today where EOD data can be seen for free. A couple of people asked me how to see the EOD data for free. So I found out some good websites where they EOD data is given on freely a regular basis. So when we look at the options data on Friday, we find that this portion calls and puts FIIs, they bought calls and they sold puts. See, for me, if FIIs buy calls, that would not be as bullish as they're selling puts, because selling puts shows greater conviction from the big people, FIIs, institutions, that the market is going higher. So selling puts is actually which gave the confidence that yes, the data is very much bullish, and also the continuous buying of the stocks in the cash market is also another part of the story. So overall, since it was unidirectional from the calls as well as puts, buying calls and selling puts. In fact, they sold more puts than the calls they had bought. So overall, from this perspective, I've mentioned that the Friday data was bullish, and there was one more dimension to this Friday data. When you look at the overall Friday data, let me explain that also. And yeah, coming to this is the options data, right? So when you look at the futures data was like kind of neutral to sideways, because there's not much change in the futures data. Hardly some some there was some OI change on the negative side. It's just 3.4k on the negative side, which we can largely think of as maybe a small hedge towards for this up for these positive positions, negative hedge on the for these positive positions that they've created. So or it was very negligible in that sense. So overall, FIIs were net long on a Friday. This is very crucial to understand, because on a Friday, going into weekend, many people talk about the overnight risk, etc. But on an overnight, 2 days, when the market is closed, carrying such a net long position itself shows the conviction, and that too, closing the day by selling puts. And one more interesting thing which happened on Friday was, you can see that the overall green bars became more than red bars. So green here is a net call. So net calls are more than net puts. I mean, it that also shows that data is pretty much on the positive side. So overall, this was the from the FII's perspective, and let me show another website where you can see the data for free. This is a very good data. I mean, website where the data can be easily analyzed. This is called stocksfactor.com. Here on this dashboard, go to FII data, FIDI data, and yeah, as usual, this website is also updated EO at the end of the day. You can find here that when we click on FIIs, we find the same thing, right? So there is, I mean, 21,000 calls long, 33,000 is the same as what we saw here, right? So we can confirm here that is 21,000, calls bought, and 33,000 puts net negative, that is puts sold. So it's the same, data which we are seeing there, calls bought and puts sold. Now, additional interesting thing here is that you can just look from what the prop desk also has done, right? When you look at prop desk, you understand that prop desk has also done a similar thing. They've also bought calls. In fact, they bought more calls than what FIs are bought. And look at this massive number. They have sold puts massively. 1 lakh worth of put OI contracts being sold. So this makes the position very interesting. That PropDesk has also done the same thing, and this website also has a good feature where you can see both FI as well as PropDesk combined. So when you look at this, this is a highly bullish picture. such massive FI plus prop desk combined, you can see that the net call OI change is pretty much very high, 73,000, and more than this is a net put short. So you know it's like perfect bullish condition, telling that market is openly telling that the market is going up. And interesting part is the clients data, the retail data details were exactly had done the opposite. Reliance retail had shorted the calls and they have bought puts. Now we all know that the market moves as per the big players direction, FIIs and prop desk. Mostly it is FIIs direction. So since it is very simple to know that FIIs and prop desk have sold into the clients. This is what has happened on Friday. And clients because market is at top, they want to short the market and they've created such bearish positions. But FIs are totally opposite to this. So that is where the data of big players matters, especially at this juncture where market is at the highs. So this was a clear EOD data on Friday that it was very bullish. So that's why the market did not open. And I've discussed that when the EOD data is bullish, the market will at least give a bounce even if there's a gap down. But today, market opened flat and it started to go up. Now coming to the intraday data, intraday you can see anything. You can see Nifty or Bank Nifty. The broad picture was same, but in fact Nifty was stronger than a Bank Nifty. So you can see that when I focus on the intraday time frame, you can see that from the opening, Nifty's put writing was more, and the put writing continued. Call unwinding started. So call unwinding, call. So consistent call unwinding and consistent higher put writing. So I'm carefully using the words is consistent put call unwinding, and there is consistent put writing. So this is what takes the market higher. You can see again call unwinding, put writing, call unwinding, put writing. So ultimately at the end we could see some closing of positions, and you can also think of it as a profit booking. At this time you can see that 215, so around 215 that there is call writing. So you can broadly think that, and since the intensity started to reduce, you can fairly come to a conclusion that market will not close probably at the highs. It may close somewhere around the highs. So in fact there was put unwinding towards the end, so that's why you can see some slight dip towards the end. You can see the price line here also. So trusting the data, what does trusting the data means? Trusting the data simply means looking at the consistency in the data. What can I see as a consistent part of this data is the consistent unwinding, although smaller, but it is still worth it. And then consistent put writing, right? So consistent call unwinding, consistent put writing, and whenever there is unwinding you can see writing. So this is what gives the direction in a one-sided move in the market. So this was about Nifty. The same case was applicable for Bank Nifty also. I'll just quickly show it for Bank Nifty also. On Bank Nifty also you can see that although call rating was more to begin with, but you can see immediately call unwinding started. Put writing. Although this is with reduced intensity, usually I would prefer to see like if the market is going higher, put rating should either keep on increasing or it should stay at that level. That shows the move is strong and healthy, and it will the tendency of that move to reverse will be very less. So this is a observation from the data. So you can see that the put rating still remained, and you could see call unwinding. This is also good for the up move, and the up move continued. And here price stuck in it was like a non-action. It was like a slow grinding move towards the upside. Call unwinding, final up move, and then you saw started to see some call writing, and at the closing you can see unwinding of the position. So overall, from the OI, we understood that from Friday the market EOD data was bullish, and today the bullishness in fact continued. So if you observe the overall OI position of today for Nifty, you can see that it is 2 crore when 2.12 crore puts have been written vis-a-vis almost half of the is the call change. And you can see call unwinding. So again, calls are getting unwound, the puts are getting, and so market is moving higher, the support base is getting higher. So this is what we say that the move is healthy and going up. And overall the pcr has increased to zero point 0.9. I think on Friday the PCR was, yeah, Friday also the PCR was zero point 0.9. So overall the PCR still remains almost same, but I think it might be marginally more because uh, today the relatively more puts were written than the calls. Overall, the option chain is neutral to bullish. You can say bullish. And coming to Bank Nifty also we saw, although not as strong as Nifty, but still strong enough. Put change was 1 crore and call change was 56, almost half of it was called. So OI indicating a very strong picture, and this can also be confirmed from the increase in the max pain levels. You can see that the max pain actually increased as the day went higher. So uh, so this is for Nifty. You can see that the max pain to start the day was around 18,300, and then it increased to 18,350, and at some point reached 18,400 also. And then finally the max pain currently is that. So increase in max pain as the price goes high is also another confirmation that the move is genuine. It's happening with a good amount of put writing as well as call unwinding. Same I think can be observed with Bank Nifty also, where the max pain level also started to shift. At the opening it was 43,700, and then 43,800, and 43,900 is the max pain. So max pain is currently increasing, so this is also good news. And since fin Nifty's expiry is tomorrow, let's see, also have a look at what are fin Nifty's max pain level. Currently fin Nifty's max pain levels are, they have also increased, and then it is at 19,550. Okay, so this was about the overall OI front, how OI can be used to get the direction right. And then coming to the order flow, I think order flow was fairly evident, because in the first candle, although this is kind of neutral candle, you can say, because but relatively it has a longer wick, and then you can see that the delta is um, kind of neutral, you can say, because there's no loss of delta either. So still a neutral bias remains, but from the EOD perspective in mind, it's a bullish bias, right? You expect the price to go higher because it was massive bullishness on Friday's EOD data. So, and in the next candle itself, you get the confirmation about the um, the bullishness where the delta massively increased for Bank Nifty. So confirming the bullish bias. Now the bullish bias is actually confirmed. But before that, actually, when you look at Nifty's first candle order flow, that was even that was giving a strong clue, because the first candle itself in Nifty, you can see that the order flow is massive, and there's literally no loss of delta. So this itself, the first candle, confirms the overall hypothesis of what we just discussed. And then the Nifty kept on going higher. uh, yeah, you can see the delta continuously increased, it stayed at the elevated levels, right? These are all good deltas at the higher point. It sustained there, the delta did not increase, hardly any selling, there's no loss of delta, price continuously going higher, good delta on the upside. And then here somewhere you can see that the price, as it reached the higher levels, it started to see some exhaustion. And the first exhaustion almost started here, right? This was the first at 145. You can see that the candle is red, and it is also losing some delta, but still you cannot sell based on this, because already the EOD data is bullish, that has given a fantastic rally. And again, the price is somewhere facing exhaustion, so it's like price is losing some momentum as it reaches the higher levels. You can see two candles where there is loss of delta continuously, and then you get one a red delta. You can call it as a profit booking or a selling, can be both. Okay, based on your data we can confirm what has happened, but generally, as a when we look at it from Friday perspective, the price has continuously rallied from Friday bottom, right? So from the Friday bottom, which is rallying continuously, so that context, it may be profit booking also. And finally, a price close somewhere Yeah, so this was about Nifty. Coming to Bank Nifty also, Bank Nifty also did the same thing. Almost the delta increased, and it was relatively moving slowly compared to Nifty. Nifty was almost unidirectional, but Bank Nifty went high, spent some time. It broke out again, spent some time, give a small breakout. So it was like that. It was not a genuine, I can say, trending directional move, but it was like a up consolidation up kind of move. And from the delta perspective, you can see this was the candle which confirmed the bullishness. And then post that, the delta only kept on increasing. Hardly any selling delta in Bank Nifty especially. So you can see the delta again, kept on increasing and it stayed at these levels. Today's Bank Nifty delta around almost stayed around these levels, max to 20 to 25. So since the delta stayed at these levels, we could come to some conclusion that the Bank Nifty further is not going up on the intraday basis. So uh, overall, this is the order flow and the OI. Coming to the price. So let me first hide today's, yeah, I'll hide both Fridays and today's price action to discuss what I was trying to mention. So we came to this conclusion that price bounced off. Yeah, price bounced off from the yeah, price bounced off from good support level, and then it is heading higher, right? So this is what I think we discussed last time. And then price continued to if I start the yeah, price continued to go higher. It broke the resistance, and today, yeah, today it opened at the higher level, and next target was of course the 44,033 level. And in fact, I think it achieved that target. So whatever target was maybe the market prior market showed on Friday, it achieved today. That is the 44,000 levels. And when you look at the daily time frame, I think Bank Nifty is almost closing towards the yeah, Bank Nifty is almost coming towards the all-time highs. So if we have to see the exact levels, we find that yeah, 44, that is the high actually. 44 to 48 is the highest point in the futures. So, but when you look at the spot, I think yeah, spot was very close. In fact, on the spot, Bank Nifty, yeah, it just I think it was just I think 44 151.80, but today it hit 41 151.70. It was a bit short, I mean, but almost you can say that it has reached the previous all-time highs. So looking good as of now to go to greater heights. And then coming to Nifty, even Nifty, let me first replay this till Friday. See, this is what we discussed, that Nifty was strong. It took support from the 50 percent level. So let me remove 23% because it is not so strong level. Yeah. So when you look at uh, this is what we discussed prior to Friday also, that for this swing move, the price is above 0.382 level, above 38%, and it's bullish. So um, this was on Friday that the price came lower, bounced from golden ratio. Again, a very good retracement, and it closed somewhere on the highs on Friday. Today, we can see that price opened exactly at 0.382 level. It was a good bullish bounce, and the first itself is it broke the high. So when it breaks that, the target opens upon the upside. But let us see what happened. Can you just look at it? Yeah, it almost reached there, and still, still the price is very healthy. It's making higher highs and higher lows, and continuously going up. So overall, price structure is also good. The OI build up is good. Big players are buying at this level. Coming to the macros point, this is what I was discussing about the macros. That let's look at the dollar index chart. When we analyze the dollar on the daily time frame, dollar was actually giving a technical bounce from the lows. You can see that this was one of the levels I marked in earlier videos. The dollar is in downtrend. This is good for equities in general. So dollar was giving a technical bounce. It was making a higher low kind of situation and going up. Now the conclusion what we have to come to is, has dollar crossed the first retracement level on the downside. So dollar's first retracement level is the 0.382 level of 102.70. So still dollar is below this. So it is like something that has fallen. It is on downtrend, trying to give a technical bounce still, this level. And if it's getting rejected again, so then definitely it's going to break this, and it is heading lower, which will open floodgates towards the inflows, FII inflows towards equities. But dollar as of now, and today also it was down, so that also helped sentiment. But overall, a dollar as of now, it is somewhere like it is doing this kind of price action. But my only contention is, if it consolidates here and it breaks, then maybe that is not a good situation for the equities, because if dollar goes up, then we will go down. So that's the overall context. But overall, the issue currently prevailing is the debt ceiling discussions which are happening in US. So that's the only major thing which I see. The debt ceiling related discussions between the president and Fed, the Treasury Secretary, all these are going on. So that's what. But still, markets are, assuming that the issue would be sorted and they're moving ahead. So overall, again, another bullish day for the markets. So yeah, that's it. Overall, closing towards the highs is also a sign of bullishness, although there's some minor profit booking. So overall, that's it. So thank you.